Things I wish I knew in my 20s. So, guys, I learned a lot of lessons in my life during these past years. And right now that I turned 27 years old, I actually have a lot of things to reflect on. So, the first thing I'd like to talk about is you have less time than you think. So, a lot of us growing up, we think that you have unlimited time. Your parents might tell you, like, oh, you're very young, you're only 20, or you're only 19, or you're only 21, you have your whole life ahead of you. And which I believe that's true, but that's like half true. That's not 100% true, because you have no idea how time passes by, right? One day you're a baby, and the next day you're graduating high school, and then the other day you're turning 25, then the next day you're 30, right? So you do not have a limited time, right? And the earlier you try things, the better for you, because usually means you have less responsibility. Most of you guys, if you're in your early 20s, you don't have a family. Not everybody, some people do. I understand that, but most people don't. So it's easier for you to fail, and if everything falls apart for you, you can always back up, especially if you have support system and things like that. Okay. Now the second thing is, stop comparing yourself to everyone else. I know it's very easy to just get discouraged looking at these guys, on Instagrams and on YouTubes of live talking about, oh, I just earned $1 million and I'm not even 18 years old. And you see all these people flexing cars and they're super young and etc. But the thing that you have to understand, guys, that most of these guys, they are the exception to the rule. You cannot use the rule to defy the exception, all right? Most people, they're working regular jobs. Most people, they don't have things figured out. And then what you're seeing is usually 0.1% of the world. And it's really hard to compare yourself to that. Basically, you're just hurting yourself when you're watching that kind of shit. And I know it's easier said than done, because even for me, like I said, I'm 27 years old. I see a lot of people, young entrepreneurs on the internet, they have everything figured out. And then I'm here, like struggling in my work or etc. blah, blah, blah. So it makes it hard. But whenever I stopped giving myself attention to that, like I took a break from social media, like I record my videos and everything, but I put limits on it, like for example, if I start doom scrolling and I see a whole bunch of things that's gonna put a type of weight in me, I literally shut down my phone immediately and I stop. And it took me the longest time to figure this out, because it is so hard once you're in that state of mind, right? But you have to always watch what you're consuming, because that's gonna hurt you and that's gonna backfire on you. So do not compare yourself to anybody else. Everyone has their own journey. Okay, you have your own journey, I have my own journey. You're not behind in any way, shape, or form. The world's unfair, guys. That's one thing that you have to understand, and you're not going to change that. Like, nor am I going to change that. Nobody gonna change. It's gonna change that. Okay, some people, they got things better than others. That's how it is. You have to focus on your own lane. The grass is greener where you water it the most. Okay. Now the third thing is taking care of your health before you need to. Right? That is another thing that, oh my God, for me, it was one of the hardest things to understand, because when you're young, you don't even care about a lot of things. You can just eat a whole bunch of things. You can eat sodas, you can drink sodas, you can go out, you can drink this, you can drink that. You might neglect yourself a little bit, but as you turn, as you go to your late 20s and you start turning 30 or etc., you start feeling the impact of the things that you did in your young 20s or in your early 20s. And I'm sorry for stuttering, by the way. This is not my native language, so I'm trying my hardest here, okay? I'm not like reading a script or anything. I'm really trying to go raw here. But basically, is if you start taking care of yourself too late, you might have problems, For example, drink more water whenever you can. Okay, don't drink soda so much. Don't drink a lot of energy drinks. I mean, you can do that, but make sure that you always take care of yourself, because in the future that thing can backfire on you. And that's just one example, right? This is just one example. And health also means mental health, right? Mental health means you have to try and watch out for what you're consuming on social media. Like I said, the type of people that you hang around with, because they can affect your mental health, which is as important as your physical health. Okay, so don't do it before it's too late, right? Because otherwise that can really, really hurt you, right? Now, the fourth thing, which is one of the most important things for me, is learning. You got to learn how money works as soon as possible. Okay, we all know we live in a capitalist world, and people don't try to really figure out how the structure works, like how capitalism works. You know, how investments work, how to build a business. Are you going to graduate? Are you going to get a certain degree? Do you want to get a job? Do you want to save up? Do you want to invest? Do you want to, like I said, there's a million ways for you to make money. Are you going to try to be an entrepreneur on the internet? And all those things, as you respond to this question, you will only be able to answer that question because you're trying to actively learn how money works, right? How leverage works, how investing works, and etc. Stuff like that. Because unfortunately, money is going to be part of your life until you die. Okay, so basically for the rest of your life. People don't tell this to us once we're growing up, like once we're kids and etc. But as soon as you grow older and you understand that money is pretty much, it's not everything. I don't like saying it's everything, but it's almost everything, because you have to pay your bills, you need a roof under your head, you need food on your tables, you need all these things. So it is very complicated, and if you don't make enough money to survive, you're going to struggle a lot in the future. So you have to really try your best, okay? And another thing which I think is also very important that a lot of people don't understand it is you have to choose your partner very carefully. So for those of you youngies out there who you are in the first relationship with your new girlfriend or boyfriend and etc., you have to understand that the partner you choose for your life is as important as anything else, okay? Because this person can literally make you or break you. If you choose the wrong partner, this person can absolutely destroy your life, or they can absolutely make you go to the top of your potential. So you have to be very careful with who you get involved with, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much it. That was one of the few things. There's a lot more lessons, but I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted you to learn a little bit of what I think, and that's it. So thank you so much for watching it. I'm testing this new style of video. I hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and be careful with your mistakes, okay? Bye.